Hello and welcome to the long-awaited start of the Eldar reviews, or the Aeldari as they're now known. And it all kicks off with one of the models from the Eldritch Omens box set, the Autarch. You can buy an Autarch separately from Games Workshop's website for £24. It is a full plastic miniature. It's got a lot of options, and the options that it comes with are actually compatible with the older winged Autarch, which is also in plastic, but is £7 cheaper. So why would you get this one? You know, you can save yourself £7 and you can still get an Autarch. Well, this one does have a number of extras, of which I'll go through later on. I don't have the older winged Autarch. I will pick it up at some point, so you will see a review. But there's so much new stuff around the corner that I'm extremely interested in. Horus Heresy and all the new Chaos Space Marine stuff. So it might be a little while before that comes to the channel. However, I think the Wraith Knight I'll probably try and get a review of soon. So let's have a look at the model itself. We'll do some size comparisons. I'll compare it to the even older, like the first Aeldari Autarch, I think, in Finecast, along with some other size comparisons. And then I will go through all of its rules. And the rules are a little bit controversial, because the rules are different in the Eldritch Omens booklet than they are in the codex that came out about less than a month after. What's even more surprising is, I think the very week that the codex came out, there was an FAQ done for it, which changed it even further. So within the space of a couple of months, the rules for the Autarch changed 3 times. It's crazy. But anyway, let's have a look at the model itself then. Here it is, or should I say here she is. I don't think we ever had a female Autarch before, and I very much like the direction that Games Workshop are going in making a number of aspect warriors, rangers, guardians female. It's brilliant, it really is, or at least give you the option. I hope that Guardsmen and Imperial Guard go the same way, because we do see plenty of female characters and things in the lore and the books and the video games. So it's great that, you know, we're getting it finally. But anyway, this is the Autarch, lovely looking miniature. I've equipped mine, of course, with a weapon called the Starglaive. It's a nice melee weapon that doubles her strength. Okay, it's only strength 6, but it is a lovely AP -3 and a damage 2. I've also equipped her with I think it's a dragon fusion gun, I want to call it, but you can equip her with death spinners or reaper launcher. The Starglaive you can exchange for the scorpion chainsword. You can give a warp spider jump generator, a howling banshee mask, a fusion pistol, banshee blade, mandy blasters, and swooping hawk wings. I haven't given her anything on the back, so no wings, no jump generator, but there we go. It's just quite basic with that fusion gun and the Starglaive. Lovely looking miniature though. As I say, you can pick her up you know, individually now. I think that's the little force shield as well, or sun shield, whatever you want to call it. But I do like the winged Autarch with the Reaper launcher. I'm probably going to make that one next, to have 3 of them in total. But yeah, lovely mini. And I just wish they had this much variety in the Farseers. Because this Autarch kit, yeah, as I say, you can swap it with the previous one. And that's great. You know, that they're thinking backwards. You know what I mean? They're kind of allowing you to modify a previous model with a newer one. But anyway, lovely looking mini. Let's have a look at all the spare parts then. So here are the spare parts. Well, at least I think they are. I think this is one of the spare parts. Certainly looks very similar to it. Unfortunately, without the instruction guide anymore, I can't really tell whether that is the case. But I can certainly say for sure that you get a male version of the front chest plate, and then you get a helmetless version of the Autarch. You get the Reaper launcher, which is a nice option. You get the Death Spinner, you get the warp jump generator thing, and you get the Scorpion blade, and I'm thinking you must get some kind of Banshee blade, although maybe you get that with the other Autarch. And this is clearly a Chaos Space Marine part, so that needs to go in a bits bag. So as you can see, there are a number of parts there that you can use on the other Autarch. And like I say, I will be picking up the other one, you know, for £17, and you know, definitely using the Reaper launcher on it. Maybe even the Scorpion chainsword. Who knows? But yeah, they're the extra parts that you get with the Autarch. Size comparisons then. Well, I don't have the other Autarch. That is on my to buy list. But in the meantime, I have the Finecast. Ooh, this was released quite a while ago, and then it was re-released when they brought out like the Bone Singer and a couple of other minis for Eldar a few years ago. I want to say now it was like made to order. But yeah, this is good little comparison. They're on similar kind of slanted base. This one's got wings, obviously, and this blade. I'm guessing that's the Banshee blade, and a pistol. And yeah, he just flips about, moves quite quick with those swooping hawk wings. And then this one is just on foot. I'd probably have this one supporting the rest of the Guardians. But yeah, thought that would be a nice little interesting comparison for you, compared to other Eldar models. So in the set, I can compare the Autarch with the new Rangers. So here's one of the Rangers. The Autarch is a bit taller, but that's mainly because of that base and how big her helmet is. It's quite a big helmet, but she fits in quite nicely with them. Compare it to the Shadowrunners, just because they're in the set as well, and they're notoriously difficult to stay on these bases though until they are painted and glued, which knowing me is probably when I retire. But yeah, that's where the new models sort of stand. Bringing some older models right now, so an old Guardian and an old Ranger, but look, this is probably a good comparison, which I will show in the Ranger review. Look at that. Yeah, gives you an idea, just the big size creep maybe, I don't know. Definitely really cool Rangers compared to the old ones. This is metal look, GW 1992. Ooh. And then the Guardian. I mean, if you've got some old Guardians, they are going to look small. Not overly small, but I mean, you could still use the old ones just, but definitely the Rangers are small minis. And then the final sort of comparisons I like to make is just with the usual three suspects. So I've got Sly Marbo, a normal Space Marine, and a Primaris. So compared to Sly Marbo, absolutely dwarfs. Compared to a normal Space Marine, yeah, fair bit taller and slender. And then compared to a Primaris, I think on that base, she is massively tall. But if we knock her off the scenic base, she's probably eye height, I would say, up to the Gorget. I mean, yeah, with the helmet taller, but eye height up to that helmet. So yeah, very nicely proportioned, I have to say. All these new Eldar models, if it's the one thing that's come across the most, is that they all are very stable in their sizes, which unfortunately for the older minis and things like the Fire Dragons and the older Rangers and things, it does put them out of place a little bit. But the new ones are beautiful, and I hope that we see more Aspect Warriors. You know, we've seen the Dark Reapers, we've seen the Howling Banshees. Let's hope we get Fire Dragons and Striking Scorpions and Warp Spiders as well. Okay, so the final thing for me to do in this review is to just go through all of the Autarch's rules. Now, I would suggest you hunt for the rules on the Warhammer community website to find the most up-to-date FAQ, because a couple of things did change and it is changed from the codex, despite them having a first try in the booklet that came with the Eldritch Omens set. Just for ease and speed today, I will be just reading the rules from the 9th edition codex, so I'm just putting that out there right now. So an Autarch is an HQ choice. It's a power points cost of 5 and a points cost of 80 points. If you want all of the extra goodies, then they're gonna cost you, well, for instance, my one equipped with that Banshee mask is an extra 5 points. The wings are 25 points, the Reaper launcher is 15, Dragon Fusion gun is 15, Death Spin is 10, and the Autarch jump generator is also 20. So its stat line reads movement of 7 inches, weapon skill and ballistic skill are both 2+, strength and toughness are 3, 5 wounds, 5 attacks, leadership 9, and a save of 3+. An Autarch is equipped with a shuriken pistol, star glaive, and plasma grenades. And then you've got a number of weapons here. I'll just go through mine. So the Dragon Fusion gun there is a 12-inch range, assault 1, strength 9, AP -4, damage D6 +2. So I just gave her the fusion gun. Although it is a short range, she's essentially got an effective range of 19 inches there, and remember, she has got the battle focus too, so she can run a bit faster now and again. The Reaper launcher is another good choice if you want to put the Autarch near some Dark Reapers and things, if they haven't got Morgan Ra, because that will give you a nice anti-tank strength 8 shot, and the Autarch can be 48 inches away and fire that. The Banshee blade is that +1 strength, and it's a lovely AP -4, damage 1, but the star glaive doubles the strength for 6, and the AP is -3 and the damage is 2. It's a bit more damage. So the Howling Banshee mask, the enemy unit cannot fire Overwatch or set to defend, and if the bearer's unit made a charge move this turn, that enemy unit is not eligible to fight this phase until after all eligible units from your army have done so. So having that Banshee mask, getting her into close combat, means that they're going to be attacking first and the enemy can't attack until afterwards. Mandy blasters, you can give them Mandy blasters, and on 6s they inflict 1 mortal wound in addition to any other damage. Swooping Hawk wings gives her a move characteristic of 14 inches, gains jump pack and fly and sudden assault ability. And then the Autarch jump generator gains a move characteristic of 12 inches. You get the jump pack keyword, sudden assault ability, and each time a bearer makes a normal move, battle focus move, advances, fallbacks, or makes a charge move, until that move is finished, the bearer can move horizontally through models and terrain features, and you can roll 2d6 when you make a battle focus move instead of 1d6. If you roll a double 1 though, the bearer suffers 1 mortal wound, which is nice. And I think in the older editions, if you were teleporting about like with Terminators and things, if you rolled a double 1, you'd be like, it was complete mishap and the unit would just die outright, like you just remove it from play, because it signified you teleporting into the middle of a rock or cliffside or something. Now that doesn't happen. I've mentioned the wargear options already, but I'll just go through them. The shuriken pistol can be replaced with one of the following: Death Spinner, Dragon Fusion gun, 1 Reaper launcher. The star glaive can be replaced with a Scorpion chainsword. Model can be equipped with an Autarch jump generator. Model can be equipped with 1 Howling Banshee mask. If this model is not equipped with an Autarch jump generator or Howling Banshee mask, this model's shuriken pistol and star glaive can be replaced with 1 fusion pistol, 1 Banshee blade, 1 Mandy blasters, and Swooping Hawk wings. Now they did change that slightly in the FAQ, so bear that in mind. Abilities: battle focus, strands of fate, path of command. While friendly craft world core unit is within 6 inches of this model, each time a model in that unit makes an attack, re-roll a hit roll of a 1. That's pretty nice aura ability. Force shield, so got a 4+ invulnerable save. Superlative strategist: while any unit from your army with this ability is on the battlefield or embarked within a transport model that is on the battlefield, you can use the command reroll stratagem twice during each phase instead of once. Keywords: Aeldari, Autarch, character, infantry, Autarch. So there you go, that's my kind of exhaustive review of the Aeldari Autarch. Solid HQ choice. I mean, you know, depends on what you equip the Autarch with. You might, you know, fall into a number of camps instead of using the Autarch. You know, you might want to go for a Farseer Skyrunner or any Farseer, considering that Farseers typically know 2 psychic powers, and they can deny 2. A Farseer Skyrunner can also do that, but moves around on 16 inches. You might want to choose an Avatar of Cain, which absolutely wrecks face nowadays with all of its survivability and the amount of damage it can output. Or you might just pick one of the Phoenix Lords as your HQ choice. So, or a Spirit Seer. I mean, and there's a couple of characters. So, I mean, typically Eldar have had a lovely wide variety of HQ choices in the form of their Phoenix Lords and how they are honed to a specific purpose. But I like the Autarch. It's a good model. Definitely has a place in the Eldar army. Even if you wanted to sort of combine it with an Avatar, have the Avatar just run at your enemy and have the Autarch buffing your models and supporting some of the units as well. But what do you guys think of the Autarch model? Please do put your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. As always, it'd be great to hear from you. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Avatar protects.